Hello and welcome to the 7th stay-at-home challenge, I believe. If you're new to this, I'm running a series of challenges throughout the quarantine period, which has been a very long time by now. There are 3 separate tiers: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I give you a pattern to do, and then in the next video I look through your guys' submissions. There's nothing to win, it's just the challenge we do for fun and as a sort of fun interaction between me and you. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to find patterns for beginners to make, and a lot of you guys dropped some really good suggestions in the comments. And I'm going to take some of those suggestions today. So for my beginner friends, I'm going to give you an alpha bracelet this time. But don't worry, it's going to be a very simple alpha bracelet. I still think you probably should try a different alpha before, but it's also easy enough that maybe you'll be okay going into it as is. So we'll see. Give me some feedback in the comments if you think this is a bit too hard, but I want you guys to make the rainbow alpha bracelet. You don't have to actually make it as a rainbow, it's just what I used in the tutorial that I made. As I said, I do have a tutorial for that, which will be linked in the card and in the description. I think it's quite simple to make, it's definitely very fun. You can try a bunch of different color combinations, it doesn't have to be rainbow. It's also a really great bracelet to use scrap thread in. So if you do have a lot of scrap thread lying around, this is a great way to use it up. For my intermediate friends, as always for intermediate and advanced, there's going to be a normal and an alpha pattern. The alpha pattern is going to be the same for both of those stages, so I'm going to wait until I announce the advanced for the alpha pattern. But for the normal pattern, I want you guys to try this bracelet, which is the mirrored diamonds bracelet. I recently made a tutorial on this bracelet. It will be linked in the card and in the description. I think it's a really fun bracelet to make. It looks very unique, as you can see. It's like a diamond but mirrored, as the name suggests. But it is relatively simple to make, so I think you're going to have a good time with it. As for my advanced friends, I want you guys to make this bracelet, which I admit is pretty huge, but it's also quite easy to segment knot it, so I think you guys are going to be okay. And as for alphas, both intermediate and advanced have the same alpha, since there's not really much of a difference in level with alphas. And this is the pattern that I picked out for you guys. I really like this one. I actually want to make it myself. I don't have enough string at the moment, so I need to go to Moscow to buy some. But if you guys could make it, that will also be pretty fun for me. Alright, as always, submissions are going to go through Padlet. There are separate submissions for each tier, and all of the links are in the description. You don't have to have an account with Padlet to submit, so that is why I'm using the service, so literally everyone can use it. Once you click the link to the Padlet, on the bottom right there is going to be a plus sign. Click that plus sign, add your photo, add some text if you want to, and just submit it. As of filming, as always, I don't know when the deadline is going to be, so the deadline is going to be in the description, so you can check it there. Let's get into looking at your submissions from last time. So in the last challenge, the submissions were divided between normal and alpha patterns, and the alpha patterns were a little bit special last time. I offered you guys an opportunity to express your support for the Black Lives Matter movement in making bracelets with related patterns, and some of you guys did. As I mentioned in my previous video, I don't feel very qualified to talk about this topic because I am so far removed from it, I don't really understand it very well. But again, as with last video, I'm going to leave some links and resources in the description where you can educate yourself and also help if you want to. I don't feel like it is right for me to comment on these patterns, so I'm just going to show you them. Thank you guys to anyone who did submit an alpha pattern this time. Anyway, that being said, let's look into the normal patterns submitted in the last challenge. There are 88 pages filled with patterns today. So before we get into this, I feel like I should show you the bracelets that I did because I actually took part in this challenge with you. So I made the normal pattern for the intermediate tier, and it's this beautiful sort of salmon and grey. But I also decided to make it a collection, and I've already started 2 more bracelets with the same pattern. We've got this pink and teal one and a sort of earthy brown and green, and I'm really loving these guys, so I'm hoping those will turn out pretty as well. But I also did the advanced pattern, and I did it in a sort of teal and red, I guess, and also a pink and yellow. I'm really happy with those as well. I think I'm going to do more of them also because I really enjoy the pattern. And I think a lot of cool color combinations can be made with it. But let's look at your guys for now. So yeah, here we go with these patterns. And you can already see that there are really, really awesome color combinations that people come up with this. I also gave the braided stitch bracelet for my beginners. You can see that over here. This one is more like the leaves one though. Edges are a little bit different, but still very beautiful. Look how many gorgeous varieties there are. I love seeing how different people use different colours with the same patterns. It's absolutely fascinating how like people's minds go to very different places in terms of colour combinations. Like you can see these like cooler ones, and then those bright sort of red, yellow and blue. Oh, that one's kind of similar to the one I'm doing with the pink and green right now. Also loving all of these sort of summary pictures on flowers. My Instagram has become sort of flower related at the moment as well. Which you should follow me on my Instagram if you don't already. I post a lot of bracelet pictures. And yeah, flowers are definitely blooming at the moment, so it's been a common theme for a lot of people and all of that. But yeah, look at these gorgeous, gorgeous bracelets. Oh, we've got that braided stitch in sort of like a leaf variety as well, with the ragged edges and the outline. I really like that. I never actually made one like that, but I want to. But look at these, absolutely beautiful. We've got some succulents here as well, and some keychains. I like that some people do the white outline with like the chevron one, and some people do black outlines. I've also seen some people do coloured outlines, which I never had the guts to do, but I think looks really awesome. I've really been wanting to get some black sparkly string and use it as an outline for one of these bracelets. I haven't been able to get my hands on any black sparklies because I left mine in London and I wasn't able to purchase any here because they're out of stock. But I do really want to try it. Oh, look at that braided stitch in rainbow. I like that. That's really cool. But yeah, imagine how, like, look at this one on the bottom left with the black. Imagine how cool that would look if the black was also sparkly. That would be awesome. Also, I want to get like a white milky kind of colour in a sparkly variety as well. I think that would look really awesome. Again, I'm not able to do that at the moment because everything is out of stock. But I love these. Honestly, this pattern is so awesome. Like, all of the patterns here. I feel like this is my favourite challenge probably so far, and the fact that there's 88 pages of it means that you guys probably agree. But I really like these patterns and I'm really enjoying looking at all of these. Oh, I like the fact that this one has a, what do you call it, like a floof at the end of it? I don't know. That makes for a really nice bookmark, which I assume it is since the bracelet isn't a book, but it looks really cool. But yeah, look at all of these. They're so beautiful. You guys are so amazing, honestly, in making bracelets. I'm so happy that I was able to find a community of people who enjoy the same things I do. And look at you guys, you make them so well. This is really awesome. Oh, I love the blue and the grey. Honestly, I just like grey in general. I feel like grey colour combinations look really nice. I recently bought myself like a grey gradient pack. So there's a bunch of different shades of grey. Look at this one as well with the grey. And here with the grey and the purple, look at that. That's beautiful. But yeah, I think grey is a very underrated colour combination in bracelets. I think that it looks great. Grey looks great. Say that 10 times fast. It looks amazing with a lot of different colours. Like, look at these. There's purple up there and then pink down here as well. I think it looks amazing with a lot of different colour combinations and not enough people use it, I think. So it's very nice and refreshing to see people use it here. But also these vibrant colours as well. They look amazing. And I see a lot of you guys making more than one as well. Seems like everyone decided to make collections this time around because this pattern is so awesome. And that's great to see. I like it when people just find a pattern and they decide to make it more than one time. I feel like for me, oh, there's a coloured one as well, coloured outline at the bottom left. I feel like it happens for me quite rarely where I find a pattern that I really want to make more than one time in different colours, but I love it when that happens because I just feel so inspired to just create more of the same pattern. That's great. Look at these guys. I haven't made a braided stitch in a while, and seeing all these braided stitch bracelets makes me kind of want to do it again. Maybe I'll try something in a bigger variety because I don't really like making small bracelets. I get really bored, I don't know why. Maybe I'll try making a bigger one with the braided stitch because these look really awesome. And also I like the different colours that people use here as well. It's really nice to see. Oh, look at that purple gradient. Oof, that's nice. Here we've got a braided stitch collection in sort of different rainbow colours. That's nice. We've got some buttons. And here we've reached the end. Alright you guys, thank you so much for participating in the previous challenge. I really love looking at the bracelets that you guys made. They're so beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed the challenge that I gave you this time. I'm going to continue making these challenges as long as you want me to, and you guys seem to be enjoying them so far, so that's pretty good. Before I go, I don't normally ask for this, but it would mean a lot to me if you consider subscribing. The channel is very close to 100k, and as much as I say I don't really care about numbers because I don't, a round number sounds very appealing to me, and I would very much like to hit that number. So yeah, around 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, which is odd. So I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys very much for watching, and a special shout out to my patrons and especially my top supporters whose names are going to appear on screen right now. Thank you guys very much for becoming a patron. I really do appreciate it, and if you also want to become a patron, there is a link in the description where you can sign up and get exclusive perks for your donations. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!